On October 15th, 2018, I go to Waldo's at 5 p.m. for their happy hour. Usually full of people, the bar only held a few locals. I saw many people coughing and leaving, so I walked to the beach to see why it smells like death. I see tons of fish floating in the water, and then I spot a parrotfish on the sand. Well, that kind of ruined my happy hour. You got beachside right behind me, and I'm biking to the riverside right now. Let's see what's going on over there. Beachland Elementary. That's the school I used to go to. And after school, I would get picked up, and there's a boat ramp right over there, and we would go wakeboarding. That's what little Heiko did back in the day. When I was going to Beachland, there was not this big black fence around the school. It's much harder to escape now. So there's not too much red tide on the river?
Not that I'm seeing so far. It doesn't stink like shit over here. Oh, Tony, grab the bucket.
Oh. Ew, got some bait. That's funny because normally the ocean is better than the river.
Better than the river, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not coughing here. So that's pretty good. It was a bummer seeing all those parrotfish.
Dude, and all we saw was snapper. I couldn't imagine seeing a bunch of parrotfish, man.
You saw a bunch of snapper at South Beach? Just dead floating?
Yeah, there was some bigger stuff in like the 20-25 inch range that was floating out past the murky water, but we couldn't tell what they were. I was trying to snag them to see what they were, but...
So there's just dead fish floating all over the beach, but the river seems all right so far. Barber Bridge. Let's see what the situation is like here. Don't smell any red tide yet. The air smells pretty fresh out here.
Yeah.
I ride my bike back to the beach to meet up with my buddies to see what's going on. We hit the beach. The guy in the back kind of looks like a serial killer.
Yeah. He looks like Bane. Look at him. Hold on. What's up, guys?
You don't know what you've done, Batman.
I don't know what's scarier, red tide or what's lurking in the shadows.
Look, you can't see him now. He's going, oh, shit!
Hey, right here?
Right here. Yeah, Tiger, just keep coming. How many are the next, like, stretch? Light on that. That's not a cardinal fish, dude. I mean,
Something chomp.
something chomp.
Could be some shark teeth, boys. Catfish.
Catfish, pretty, man.
Look at his mouth.
Dude, that looks like a baby.
What?
Danger, danger. The next morning I head out to see what had gone on that night. There's no one at South Beach. My buddy Chris told me there's no red tide in Fort Pierce, so we take his boat out and catch some healthy looking fish.
This thing's huge.
Nice. Heiko, what'd you end up catching here, bro? Dude.
There she goes. Subside.
All right, it's the next morning. Kind of tickles my throat to be out here. Parrotfish, another parrotfish, another parrotfish. This fish got chomped. He's pretty big. Is that a bonefish? That's South Beach right there. And there's dead fish all along the beach. Pretty much everywhere, as far as I can see. Back in 2007, I think we had a really bad red tide. Kind of similar to this one. I don't remember there one being this bad since 2007. The beach over at Mulligan's was closed to the public, and there's lifeguards scooping dead fish into bins. Luckily, the river is still looking good. You know how big that guy is. Oh, got that water on me. A decent sized mutton snapper. That's a tragedy. Looks like a little croaker thing. Huge mullet, I mean, and little ones too. Another mutton snapper, and then a pretty nice mutton snapper right here. Dang it, I love eating those guys. Couple more eels. Dang, not another one. Biggest one yet. Big old mutton snapper. You see the little dot on it. I mean, I got a size 12 foot, so he's a pretty big. The little rib cages in there. And another mutton. Not that big. Nice little grunt right here. I mean, it's just carnage. Land Shark Fishing just did a catch and cook on these guys. Well, today is October 23rd. It looks like the red tide is still here. Mutton snapper are washing up on the beach here in Vero Beach, and I haven't seen mutton snapper in the last few days, so that's kind of unfortunate. Fingers crossed that the red tide stays just on the ocean side and doesn't make its way over to the riverside. And by the looks of it, hopefully there won't be any big fish washing up, and maybe 1 or 2 weeks the red tide will be completely gone. If not, I'll probably make an update video showing what happens over the next week. But tomorrow I am going down to Key West for Fantasy Fest. Thank you for watching my video, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment below. And yeah, hopefully this red tide goes away soon, because I'm itching to do some more shore fishing.